Welcome to another episode of Profile. Today we're featuring the Synthrotek Sequence 8 sequencer. The Sequence 8 is an analog step sequencer available in Eurorack format. Alternate power can be supplied via a 9-volt power adapter, 9-volt battery, or within a FRAC modular system. The Sequence 8 has 3 CV outputs and 8 individual step potentiometers, each with a 0 to 5 volt range. 0 is at fully counterclockwise, and 5 volts is at fully clockwise. The 3 CV outputs at the bottom have adjustable ranges via the 3 limit potentiometers. These control the overall octave range of your CV output. Over 5 octaves can be attained at the fully clockwise position, 0 at fully counterclockwise, and of course, anywhere in between. 3 CV outputs means flexible routing with the Sequence 8. You could route each output to 3 VCOs, 1 output to a VCO and 2 to a filter's cutoff and resonance for filter tracking, or any other combination you can think of with your Eurorack modular. There are both clock inputs and outputs on the Sequence 8 as well. This means you can control the rate via an external clock feeding into the clock input here at the bottom, or send out the internal clock here at the clock output to an envelope's gate, second sequencer, or any other module with a gate or clock input. The 2 controls above these inputs control the rate of the Sequence 8's clock. The one labeled Rate C controls the coarse tuning of the rate, and the one labeled Rate F controls the fine tuning of the rate on the Sequence 8. Sequence 8 also has a unique linear random function that can be enabled or disabled via the random switch over on the far right here. The control immediately underneath that acts as an attenuator for the random function. It sets the amount of random steps through the sequence between each clock pulse. There are 8 individual gate outputs available at each of the 8 sequencer steps. While in normal operation they can be routed to other envelopes, clocks, or sequencer modules, they can also be used to reset the sequencer and shorten your sequence by patching that selected gate output to the lower right reset jack. There are also a few useful sequencing features available via push buttons and switches over on the right. Starting at the top, the Hold Momentary button will freeze your sequence on the current active step until released, while the Hold Hard switch, when in the up position, will hold that current step that is active until that switch is released. This switch, in combination with your step button, allows for moving through each of the individual steps of your sequence when you're programming notes or CV values. Last but not least, the Reset push button will reset your sequence back to the first step of the sequencer. Please stay tuned for the upcoming audio demos of the Synthrotek Sequence 8. Thanks for watching.